Hello dear students, welcome to Devika's Commerce and Management Academy. Did you understand 3PL, 4PL? Yes? Then we'll go for next topic, integrated logistics management. What is this integrated logistics management? Means generally whenever we purchase the material for the manufacturing process, there's a lengthy process. Purchasing material is one issue or one category, then after that manufacturing and everything goes smoothly, and after that once the product is ready, then storing in a proper way like warehousing, selection of the warehousing, then packing and fixing the selling price, and how to reach to the customers, everything right from the purchasing of material to until it reaches to the customer, till that period all the process is taken care by one logistics, that is integrated logistics management. Are you getting it? Purchasing the material to reaches to the customer, till this period everything is taken care by this integrated. That's the reason we gave the name of integrated logistics management. Means entire headache, total process, total information, and also handling the things, everything is in the hands of integrated logistics management. Very important aspect, because these people are handling the organization in effectively and also with lots of knowledge, and by using the new technology and as per the market trends, understand the market concepts. With all these things, these people are handling it. That is why integrated logistics management is important. Let's understand what is integrated logistics management in few sentences. First one, we are saying that integrated logistics management, ILM, refers to management of logistics operations. Management of logistics operations, that is movement of, important point, remember, movement of raw material from production center. From production center we are taking the raw material, processing, production center, processing, and finally disbursement, collecting the raw material. Okay, from the production center, processing, and finally disbursement to ultimate or final consumers. Once again read it, understand, you'll understand. Integrated logistics management refers to the management of logistics operations, that is movement of raw material from production center, processing, and finally disbursement to ultimate or final consumers, until it reaches to the consumers. Raw material to it reaches to the consumers. Total process and total activities are related to the integrated logistics management. Here you have to remember what are the activities of integrated logistics management. You can say components of integrated logistics management. If you understand this, this is very easy, and there's no jargon words or no typical thing, very easy to understand. Components of integrated logistics management, three things are there. One is inbound logistics, second one internal or operational logistics, and third one is outbound. Inbound, outbound, easy to understand, right? Inbound and outbound. In between, internal oblique operational logistics. Let's see inbound logistics, what it is. Inbound logistics means transfer of goods from the supplier to manufacturing point only. They are not involved from the raw material to until the product reaches to the customer. They are not going to take care of all these things. They are responsible only a particular point. What is that? Transfer of goods. Transfer of goods. Remember this point, transfer of goods from the supplier to the manufacturing point only. Supplier supplying the goods from the supplier to the manufacturing plant up to this area, means purchasing and transportation, like all the activities. The activities are discussed, 5 activities here. Understand this. Inbound means only transfer of goods from supplier to manufacturing plant. 5 activities are there for this activity, for this process. 5 activities. One is demand forecasting. First of all, you have to transfer of goods from supplier to manufacturing point. When do you go for, when do you take the goods from the supplier unless you have good idea about the demand of the products? That is why we are talking about demand forecasting. Have a forecasting of demand. How much demand is there for our products in the market? Some rough idea. According to that, we'll be purchasing the material, isn't it? So that is why demand forecasting is first important thing. Once if you have an understanding about this is the demand, then you will have an understanding, you will have a good idea about how much material is to be purchased. Okay, so demand forecast. Then we are coming to the next point, that is purchasing. Purchasing is also not so easy because maximum of our cost is involved in the purchasing of the raw material. Would you agree? Yes. So purchasing raw material, where to purchase, how much to purchase, is the person is giving the right price, right quality, check out it, find out the vendors, at least inquire it. Then to the person who's giving you at best price, best quality, to that person we are going to put our vendor, he'll become our vendor. So in that way purchasing will be focusing after understanding about the demand forecasting. Purchasing, once purchasing is over, next requirements planning. Requirements planning means for this process what to do and how much is to be done and what should be the quality, like everything you should have a proper planning, when to start, what is the deadline, and how to proceed it. So for this planning is required. Then after that we'll be going for the actual action plan of production planning. Production planning will be going. Production planning means what? It is nothing but demand and supply, compromising between the demand and supply. Production planning, demand is there, how much is the demand? For example, we have a plant, for the from the plant expecting customers around 10,000 customers. 10,000 customers are expecting, demand is 10,000, means our supply also minimum 10,000, or surplus keep it 11,000, keep it up, plan for 11,000, then you will be comfortable, you will be in a relaxed position. If at all more demand will be there, you won't be losing any customer in that way. So that is, we say it as a production planning, when to start the manufacturing and how much is to be produced as per the forecasting of the demand. Then give the production plan, when are you going to give the deadline, when are you going to cope up with the deadline, when are you going to make the final product. So that is final production planning. And lastly, manufacturing inventory. Inventory also very important. Inventory generally most of the time will be purchasing from outside. Sometimes if any possibility is there, we can go for manufacturing also. Inventory is, you know, three parts: raw material, work in process, and final finished goods. So this inventory planning you have to do. We purchase so and so, how much is under the planning, how much is under the process of manufacturing, how much is finished, and how much is left, and how much will be the demand for next processing of production. So like all these things you have to plan, that is manufacturing inventory also you should have a good understanding. This is inbound logistics. Inbound logistics means, in simple words, transfer of goods from the supplier to manufacturing plant only, till manufacturing plant purchase the goods and it has to reach to the manufacturing plant. Here 5 points we have discussed: demand forecasting, purchasing, requirements of planning, and production planning. Means that's the balance between the demand and supply, and manufacturing inventory. This is about the inbound logistics. After inbounding, second one is internal or operational logistics. Internally, operational point of view, what kind of logistics are there? So this is also part and parcel of integrated logistics management. Here three important points to be discussed as internal operational logistics. First one is warehousing. We discussed about this warehousing point right from the beginning. Warehousing is because once if the product is finished or product is to be produced, means raw material we have to keep it in warehouse, ready to dispose, ready to sell the products. These products also to be stored in warehouse only. So important aspect. Sometimes most of the organizations they'll be having their own warehouses. If not, we are taking the help of the integrated logistics management. They'll be taking care of this warehousing. So how will be the process of warehousing, where they are storing it, what is the cost they are charging, per unit is how much, and how much they are charging for other companies also, not only with our company, isn't it? So that you have to get good idea. Then in the same way, next one, materials handling is also part and parcel of internal or operational logistics. Material handling means maximum cost of any product is always material only, purchasing the material, right? So material, how do you handle it? For that, remember it always, how much is required for the manufacturing process. According to that you have to plan properly how much is required. Say 1,000 products we wanted to go for manufacturing. For 1,000 products, how much raw material is required? You can plan for 1,200 or 1,500 material, and the rest of the 200 or 500 extra whatever is having, safely keep it in a warehouse or stores department. Then you have to go for manufacturing process. So here, material how you are handling is important, isn't it? There should not be any kind of damage, and there should not be any kind of problems like storing, leakage, okay, damage. These things should not happen. In that way, properly you have to manage the material, that is material handling. And also you have to focus under this concept industrial packaging also. Once product is done, it has to be packed properly, then only it will be stored for long run without much damage. Quality also will be always procured properly. So in that way, industrial packaging is also part and parcel of this activity only, this logistics. They are focusing mainly on warehousing, material handling, and industrial packaging. Okay, this is about internal or operational logistics. Inbound is over, internal or operational is over. Now outbound. Outbound. Outbound logistics means, simply you can remember, it is a physical distribution management. This is physical distribution management. Product is ready to dispose. Up to this level product is ready. Now what to do? This product is to be reached to the customer properly. So that activity we say it as a physical distribution management. Means it has to reach to the customer, supplier or vendor to the supplier, vendor to the purchaser, it has to reach. So during this process we can discuss about 5 important stages. First stage is finished goods inventory. The product is finished, this we say it as a finished goods inventory. So this has to be carefully handled, okay. That has to be transferred properly to the packaging department, and the packaging department is going to cover it properly without much damage, and safety pack, attractive package, and not taking much space in that way. So that is finished goods inventory handling. Then distribution planning, how to distribute it. Okay, this is over. Finished goods packing and storage, warehouse, everything is over. Now distribution planning, how to distribute. For that you need to have proper planning. Distributors are available, or internally you may plan distribution. You can assign to the department like sales department, or you can create a new department, or you can create new persons who are available, who will take up the responsibility of disposing the goods to the customer. Mediators are there, intermediaries, so you can take their help also. So in that way distribution planning you have to do. Once if the distribution planning is over, then also order processing. Order, where to take the order, where are the customers, how to take, and how much is to be distributed. Like this also you have to plan under the outbound logistics, order processing, then transportation. How to reach this transportation problems, transportation process, and this is also very, very important. If transportation is not proper, then there will be a damage, there will be delay also. If it is not reaching to the customer in right time, then there will be a delay, and we may lose the customer also sometimes. In that way, transportation also you need to take care, and also customer service means understanding the needs of the customer, taste requirements, and what customer is expecting. So that is customer service. All these things comes, 5 points comes under the outbound logistics. What are those? Finished goods inventory, distribution planning, order processing, transportation, and customer service. If we complete all these 5 aspects, then you can say that okay, the product is from manufacturing company to the customer, it is reaching, means over, work is over. So this process is taken care by the integrated logistics management. Am I clear about this? There are advantages also, many advantages. So these people are having lots of knowledge and they take up the responsibility, and they'll be doing their duties, and they'll be giving their services to the client and also to the customer. There won't be much gap between the customer and the vendor, so they are taking care. Now on the other side, vendor will be focusing on the other activities like extension of the business or new plannings, new strategies, or how to make more productive. Like they can focus on other activities because integrated logistics management is there, they are taking care of everything. Like there are some advantages and also there are some disadvantages. Like these people, most of the time, if the company is small, they may not be able to bear the cost, it is expensive for them. This could be one thing. And another drawback can be if these people are not expertised, not reliable, not having sufficient knowledge, and there is no use of going for integrated logistics management. Like advantage disadvantage both are there, but on the whole you must understand that what is integrated logistics management. Understood? With this small sentence and also components, that is 3 components important. Clear? Okay. See you in the next class with another interesting topic. Till that period, just keep practicing, study well, and don't forget to share these videos. Good luck. Take the screenshot.